Yo. You cats know what it is. This is Celebrity Talk with Q, and I'm Q. Yo, check this out. Love and Hip Hop New York Season 3 Reunion, Part 2, Recap and Review. Check this out. You guys saw Part 1, and Part 1 had some excitement to it. But Part 2, man, was even more exciting. It started with Mona asking the question to Joe Budden and Rich Dollaz. She pointed out that a photo of each of them separately had went viral, and the photo was of Joe Budden's naked, and then another photo was of Rich Dollaz naked and or nude. They both admitted that, of course, the head of the photo was theirs, their face was theirs, but not the body. The body was more or less photoshopped. They kept it real to admit that. Next, we moved over to Consequence and Jen. Mona asked them about their Muslim religion, and basically Jen was saying, you know what she'd been saying basically during the season, she just wanted at least one traditional day for her and her son to have. And they didn't really come to too much of a conclusion, but they just kind of spoke on it. Now check this out. Remember on Part 1 of Reunion, Rashida and Raqi, you know what I'm saying, they kept going at it, but this time it almost got really, really ugly. They started going at it again, and Raqi got up like she was gonna walk over there, but man, Rashida was ready. Rashida kicked off her shoes, and man, they almost ended up in a squabble had it not been for good security. Now, let's move over to something that did lead to a fight. Rich, remember Rich had Tiffany spy on Erica, and you remember the situation. Tiffany stepped to Erica at a party, they began to talk. They began to have feelings for one another, and they went home and they kind of smashed out. What Erica didn't know that Tiffany knew Rich, and that Rich had sort of kind of sent her over there to see what would Erica do. Now here's the crazy part. You see the way Erica was lying? Not during the reunion, but during the episode of the regular season. She was like, I didn't do nothing with nobody. You can believe what you want. But what she didn't know is that Tiffany was there and was going to show up and say, yeah, we did something. And they talked about that. Now, you remember what happened. Once Tiffany came in and admitted that they did something, Erica felt so stupid, she going to throw a punch at Tiffany. Ain't that crazy? She was caught in a lie that her and Tiffany did smash out. So she going to try to throw a punch to throw the attention off in another area. That's crazy, yo. I don't understand this Erica situation. They had her dead to right, and she gonna try to flip out to throw the attention off the fact that she smashed Tiffany, and she was basically saying, believe what you want. I didn't do nothing. Believe what you want. And we, her, and the whole world who was watching that episode knew that she was lying. That's crazy. Mona Scott moved over to Yandi and asking her about Mendices. And you know Mendices is having a legal problem, so they didn't really touch on that. I guess you can't really touch on it, being that this is an open case. Alright, now, something ill happened. There was a little differences between Consequence and Joe Budden. And then when they took a break, and Joe Budden was walking out to get some fresh air, Consequences ran behind him and threw like 1 or 2 punches. And caught Joe Budden like in the neck, and he looked at dazzled. He looked at like, you know, he was a little spazzed. But yo, Consequence came behind him. Yo, that ain't like, yo, if you a man, you gonna step to somebody in the face and say, look, I want to do this. I want to squabble with you. Yo, where you want to do this at? But that was some old, I don't know what that was. That was some old like backstabbing stuff, a Consequence to roll up from him in the back like that. So, you know, they quickly broke it up. But as one of the security held Consequence, Tahiri may have acted out of emotions and came and landed a punch, boom, right on Consequence's nose. That was crazy, wasn't it? Did you see that? Now, according to certain hip-hop news, that at the end of the show, when everybody went outside, they didn't show this, 'cause I guess the cameras wasn't totally outside. It was outside to a degree, but not like it was on the inside. That Joe Budden saw Consequence and he ran behind him and threw a couple of punches, and this time Consequence was dazed. But yo, that's what happens. You do some dirtiness and you hit somebody from the back, you be prepared to be hit from the back at another time. And yo, the witnesses say that Gender Pain was screaming when this was happening because it looks like Consequence had got what was due to him due to the fact that he snuck Joe Buttons the first time. So I guess Joe Buttons snuck him the next time, which was right after the show. Man, that was crazy. Eventually, you know, things settled, you know what I'm saying? They both sent out tweets, and looks right now that the beef didn't go no further than that night. So it was a quick reunion part 2. It's still being televised on VH1, so go on and check it out, alright? Now, send a comment, okay? What do you think about Consequence hitting Joe Buttons from behind like that? Do you think that Consequence was acting on emotions and he just followed his motions? Me, myself, I don't think that's what a strong man would have did. But guess what? We at Celebrity Talk with Q, you're not here to listen to our comments, we're here to listen to yours. So send your comments. And like we always say, if you guys think that Celebrity Talk with Q, if you think we bring the real, you go on and subscribe. Alright, 100. God bless.
Oh,